Have you ever caught yourself over preparing for a meeting just to prove that you belong? Or do you find yourself like really trying to sound a little more assertive, a little more polished, a little more leader like because you're afraid that if you don't, you won't be taken seriously? If that's you, I see you. You're not alone. And in this episode, we're going to talk about what's really behind the need to perform, where it comes from, and what it costs you, and how to finally lead with less pressure and more presence. You see, because this show isn't about fitting into a box, it's about breaking the mold. Come closer. Let's talk about it here. I want to welcome you to the Quiet Mic. I'm Natasha, founder of the House of Quiet Impact, and I'm your host for the Quiet Mic. I created this space for the quietly powerful. I created this space for the overthinkers like myself. I created this space for the ones that feel deep. The people who are done with just those loud tactics and ready to lead in their own way. Little about me, I spent more than 17 years in HR. During that time, I supported leaders through some of their hardest and most human moments. But I was also leading teams myself while being the quietest person that was sitting at that table. So I know what that internal pressure feels like. I know the mask that we wear just to be taken seriously. But what if the mask is actually what's holding us back? Let's get into it. So the problem is that performing is very exhausting. I'm just going to keep it so honest with you. I want to just say it plainly. High achievers, we're tired. We're tired of having to prove ourselves. We're tired of turning up the energy, tired of managing your tone, second guessing your instinct. Maybe you've gotten good at that performance, but guess what? It comes with a cost. That cost drains your energy. That cost, it clouds your decision making. That cost disconnects you from your team. And in some cases, it disconnects you from your home life as well. But get this, the more you perform, the more disconnected you become from your real power. So why do we even do it? I'll tell you why. The root cause is in those leadership scripts that we never even chose. You see, most of us, we never chose the version of leadership that we were taught to follow. We were handed it. We were handed it from corporate cultures. We were handed it from outdated mentors, from rooms that rewarded volume over value. That's where that came from. So what did we do? We just adapted. We copied what we thought worked. We silenced what made us different. But here's the problem with that. You cannot lead with clarity when you're following someone else's script. You were not made to mimic. You were made to lead. So let me tell you what that looked like for me. You see, there was a mask that I didn't know I was wearing. Be honest with you. There was a season where I was constantly performing. I was the leader that people came to for calm, clarity, and guidance. But inside, I'm gonna be honest, I was so stressed out. I thought that I had to say things a certain way. I thought that I had to be bolder. I thought that I needed to sound stronger. I needed to sound more like the big voices that were around me. And I wasn't lying to anybody, but I wasn't being fully honest either. If we're going to be quite frankly honest. I got real when a peer came to me and said, "You're the one that I actually trust here because you're consistent." Took me by surprise, to be honest with you. They said, "You're calm. You always listen first." That moment made me pause because I was so busy trying to be more of something else. I didn't even realize that I was already being exactly what was needed. So what did I learn from that? Because there's a lot of things I've learned for life. But in that moment, I learned your presence is not the problem. It's the proof. Drop a comment if you ever like caught yourself dimming or reshaping who you are just to be taken seriously. Let's call it out. Let's call it what it is. Because awareness is how we start to shift. We're not going to sweep this under the rug. So, how do we move forward from this? Well, we shift into leading without performing. Let's break this down into some real. You don't need to do a whole total identity reset. That's not what I'm talking about at all. So, again, don't come for me in the comments, but you do need to stop outsourcing your power. Okay. And I mean that from a place of love. Now, there are three shifts that can help with this. Number one, lead with your values, not your value. Say less and mean more. Clarity always wins. Number two, own your energy. If you're calm, don't apologize for it. Stillness is not lack, it's leadership. And number three, and this is my favorite, challenge the script. When someone says you should speak up more, ask, what do you think I'm not saying? Oh, shots fired may have struck a nerve there, but challenge the default. Challenge the script of what folks see as normal. Which of those speaks to you today? Is it one, number two, or number three? Drop your number in the comments. I do read the comments, by the way. But I want to leave you with this. You don't need to change your tone. You need to trust your impact. Now, if this episode gave you language for something you've been feeling, but you couldn't name, make sure you like this episode. Definitely hit the subscribe button. And make sure you share it with a friend that's been trying to lead in a way that doesn't feel true to them. That helps us get this message out to so many people that need to hear it. I want to remind you, I go live on Thursdays. So I invite you to come along and show up for the conversation. Today, I want you to remember this. Quiet voices don't need permission. They need a platform. This is the quiet mic, a new kind of mic for a new kind of voice. Until next time, be well. Later.